Hello everyone, I'm Greg Otto with FedScoop TV, and I'm here at the Adobe Digital Government Assembly, and I'm talking with Arun Anantharamen, the Senior Vice President of Technology for Adobe. Arun, thanks for taking some time out to talk with us today.
Thanks for inviting me, Greg.
So, where do you see the government making progress, and are they making good progress with their digital initiatives?
Actually, regarding the digital initiatives, I think this is a journey that the government is taking that I think the commercial industry has also undertaken. Now, the actual problem, and if you break it down, if you think about digital transformation as a category, the problems are pretty similar, right? You have to think about what does the customer, or in this case, consumer, actually want, or the citizen actually want. Then you have to figure out what sort of experience can you deliver for your citizen or your consumer. And then how do you make sure that that experience is as intuitive as possible? And then how do you deliver that experience so that it's contextual, some way that the experience is understood by the user? Then how do you wrap all that in the channels that the consumer or citizen is used to consuming that experience? So, and as soon as you think about digital transformation, you start having to worry about, is this email, is this the web, is it social channel? And then you think about, okay, how do I integrate that whole experience together? So I think the government is undertaking this and also having to consider additional requirements like security and privacy. So I think on the commercial side, I think we've had a few years of head start in this transformation. We've had a lot of our customers who embarked on this journey use things like the Adobe Digital Marketing or the Marketing Cloud to help them with that. The good news, I think, is that we just announced this today, which is that the Adobe Government Cloud Solutions also helps you do the same thing for the government agencies and the citizens and their ability to access that same information.
Where do you see the private industry helping government move even faster than they're moving right now?
I think there's a number of things that we can learn from on the commercial side. I think one of them is as we collaborate. I mean, events like today is a good example of where we're able to understand sort of the requirements of what the government wants. Then think about implementation, how we can help the government implement some of these solutions, because some of these are tried and true practices on the commercial side. Other things we can also do together is work on standards. I think this is one where jointly we can push forward standards that benefit all of us. And then I think lastly, things like analyst reports. I think the government can use the access to analyst reports to understand how does the commercial world view certain vendors or certain categories.
So the theme of today's event, actually the themes, are secure, efficient, and engaged. Right. How do you think the government is leveraging those three themes? Are they doing it well?
Yeah, I think let's start with efficient, right? Okay. I think the key thing there is, if I step back and look at it, I think a lot of that is about how do you leverage out-of-the-box solutions that you can use, and then how are you able to deliver that in a way that scales, right? And so the things that the government is starting to do, things like FedRAMP, it's very exciting. I mean, that's about the use of the cloud, but at scale, and this is an example of where I think we benefit by working with each other on how do we deliver that. That same thing applies for also how do we think about delivering the mobile experience, a multi-screen experience. I think that's one where the government has made some strides on that. We've seen that also happen. So we're starting to see that engagement actually have a positive outcome there as well.
So on top of that, give me one example of a government entity that is doing a fantastic job with the most modern technology that is out there right now.
I mean, I can think of a lot of examples. I mean, there's one that I'll select different examples for different areas. One is around what the Army does. The Army side, if you think about how you can access it on the mobile footprint, I think the mobile access is a really great view of how you can deliver that type of experience. So I think if you think about healthdata.gov, and this is information that's available from the Health and Human Services that you can do a lot of innovation on top of. And so that's a area where you see a lot of API access, things that the government is saying we have data that then you can just use for driving innovation. And then I think the census.gov, I think this is an example of something that we've worked together on on delivering a more customized and relevant experience for the citizens itself. And then a couple more that I can think of. I think
Sure.
in the HISN network for emergency response.
Okay.
And that's one where we've seen as customers how government agencies respond to emergency situations like either natural disasters, and they're using sort of modern technologies to able to coordinate response to those as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for all those examples, and thank you for taking some time out to talk with us today.
Thank you, Greg.
You can check out all of our videos on our YouTube channel, and for more information, visit FedScoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.